Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for this spotlight series here. We are going to speak today to Miss Tracy Hudson, coordinator of the Academic Coaching and Tutoring Center. Welcome, Tracy. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, thanks for having me.
I'm excited to learn more about what exactly academic coaching and tutoring are. Would you mind giving us an overview?
Not at all. So, academic coaching and tutoring is a program that offers free tutoring for students who are enrolled at York Tech. We have tutoring in English, math, the sciences, a lot of your basic general education courses, as well as things like accounting, business, a few things like that. Then we have academic coaching, which helps students with the basic skills that you need to be a great college student. For example, how to take notes, how to manage your time, how to set goals, things like that. So we have a very wide range of services at the Academic Coaching and Tutoring Center.
Definitely. Um, I've got some arranged questions here for you, and you've actually already answered the first one, I think, but just to repeat, how much does tutoring cost students?
It absolutely doesn't cost a thing. And that is not connected to the current no cost program. Our tutoring has always been free. So if you are a student, you are eligible for free tutoring. And the great thing about that is that you can get that tutoring in person, or you can also get it online, either one. So all of it is free.
That is fantastic. And your tutors are highly qualified, so I can definitely recommend them for y'all to try. Awesome. When do you feel like is a good time for a student who's thinking about maybe utilizing tutoring? Like, how do they know they should utilize it, and when should they get started?
Well, I really feel like with tutoring, sooner is better, especially if you're enrolled in an 8-week course. If you go to class the first couple of times, say your class meets 2 days a week, and you're thinking to yourself, really not completely understanding what the instructor is talking about, go ahead and sign up for tutoring. What do you have to lose? It's free. And the only thing that you would have to lose is the 1 hour tutoring appointment that you scheduled. And probably your tutor is going to be able to help clarify something for you and get you on the right track if you were sort of confused. So we have some students that sign up for tutoring when they sign up for a class.
Mm, awesome.
For example, I'm not good at math. If I was to take a math class, I would sign up for tutoring literally the day I signed up for class, knowing that that is not my strong suit and having someone to reiterate what my instructor is saying
Mm.
would help reinforce what I was learning. And I think that's a really important service that we offer for students as well.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And would it be a similar situation to when someone would utilize the coaching part of the center?
It is and it isn't. I know that sounds confusing, but if you find yourself struggling in general with school in all of your courses, then you probably need coaching as much or more than you need tutoring.
Mm.
Likely the problem is something overall that needs to be strengthened. For example, the notes you're taking aren't really helping you learn the topic or aren't the kind of notes you need to be taking for that topic. For example, the way one takes notes for anatomy and physiology would be completely different than the way one takes notes for English. It's
Mm.
just two different things. So if you're struggling overall, I would recommend coaching. If you are nervous about college, thinking, I don't know, I wasn't a very good high school student, or I've been out of school for a really long time, just go ahead and sign up for an hour of coaching. Maybe you get everything you need in that hour and don't need to come back, Maybe you end up establishing a relationship with a coach that lasts you that whole semester or multiple semesters as that person becomes a guide for you as you move through your time at York Tech.
Awesome. I do feel like this is my number one recommendation to new students. Like, you don't know the pace and the workload of a college class until you're in it. And then once you're in it, it's like, this is very overwhelming. How do I find a starting point? Or, how do I manage all these different projects and big essays and things? So I definitely think coaching is like pivotal in your first semester here to really help you set up your good study habits and foundation for being a successful college student.
I couldn't agree more.
Awesome. So for those students out there that are like, I really love being in academia and these particular subjects, I might want to be a tutor, or they think academic coaching sounds fun, for them as a helping profession. How would they become a tutor or coach?
I'm really glad you asked that because we're usually looking for tutors and coaches. So I typically do have job openings. Our requirements are that you have an A in the class that you want to tutor. So, for example, if you are good at math and you get an A in Math 110, you could then tutor Math 110. The other requirement is that you have a degree in the subject area. So if you already have a bachelor's degree in, say, for example, biology, then you would be able to tutor our biology classes. Those are the two primary requirements for becoming a coach or tutor. Generally speaking, with regard to academic coaching, once you are at a certain level in your education with a good GPA, then you would be eligible for academic coaching as a part of your job. I have a short training for being an academic coach that I give to our tutors, and they add that academic coaching onto their subject area tutor. So you're a Math 110 tutor, and then you take the training for academic coaching and become an academic coach in addition to that. The more areas you're able to tutor in, the better your chances of being hired, because we have a budget. And so if you're able to tutor in multiple areas, that means you're going to be busier, and I'm going to be able to use you in more ways in the ACT.
Awesome. Sounds great. What advice, if someone is intrigued by this and they're wanting to maybe apply, what should they consider as they're thinking through?
Well, one, I think the most important thing that we offer as a place to work is a great working environment and a tremendous amount of flexibility. Because we're part of the college, we understand that you have a schedule and you have classes, and so we work with you. So if you want to work for 3 hours a week, that's great. If you want to work for 8 hours a week, that's great. We're going to go with what your schedule is as much as we possibly can.
Awesome.
The other thing is that you would go to the HR portion of the York Tech website and look for the academic coaching and tutoring job out there under job opportunities and apply. That job is always posted because we're always looking for people.
Awesome. I had a question, but I think it may have left me. Oh, with the flexibility and students being able to do online or in-person appointments, is it similar for those who are tutors? They would be able to do some in-person and online availability?
That's a great question, Alyssa. Right now, I am only hiring people who are able to do in-person tutoring. I have tutors that are working online, but they're not very busy.
Okay.
Our demand is for in-person tutoring. About 85% of our appointments are in person. So I'm not able to hire people just to work online. They would have to be able to have some in-person availability at the bare minimum.
Okay. Thank you so much. All right. Apologies for my dinging on my computer. Is there any final feedback or guidance that you'd like to share with us today about your wonderful Academic Coaching and Tutoring Center?
Well, I think we've covered almost all of it, except that I would highly encourage you to come over and try academic coaching and tutoring because it is a free service. And if you're a student taking all online courses, I would recommend going into D2L and clicking on the help choice on the top bar and choosing tutoring and looking at the options that are available for online tutoring because we have some services out there that are available 24/7. You don't even need to make an appointment for. So I would encourage you to do that if you don't have time to come in. My personal opinion is that working with someone in person is better, but obviously using the online services helps students a lot as well. So we have that availability for you. And also to let you know that I'm here. If you need anything or have questions, I'm happy to help you make an appointment. I'm happy to help you get some kind of service that maybe we don't offer or offer you guidance for just about anything. We do recommend appointments because if you need Math 110, then if you just walk over to the Learning Commons and try to get a Math 110 tutor, that person may be busy or not working at that time. So to make sure that you have that one-on-one time with a person, then make an appointment that's just for you and time just for you that's dedicated to helping you understand your course because we're all about student success over here.
I can vouch for that. Definitely come over and make that appointment and come meet with a tutor or coach or just stop by and say hi to Miss Hudson or any of the advisors here in the advising center. We work very close in hand. So again, that's the Learning Commons. Here's the email address or phone number if you're interested in this service. Thank you so much for your time today, Miss Hudson. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for inviting me, Alyssa.
Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you next time.